What's up, you guys? Katie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be answering the questions from the Q&A that I posted last week. Thank you so much for all the questions that I got. You guys are awesome. I'm going to answer as many as I can while still trying to keep this video kind of short and to the point and answering all your questions. Okay, so without further ado, let me get started. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. You can follow me on Instagram at CuteKatieBug, where I do lots of giveaways and Q&As like this. Usually I'll ask for the questions on there instead of my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in another Q&A video, head over to my Instagram and let me know on that. Okay, now, first question is, do you plan to bring anything fitness related to New Mexico in the future? Expo, programs, anything like that. So if you guys didn't know, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, which ironically I'm here right now. I just got in last night for Father's Day, for my mom's birthday, and we're also celebrating my graduation with all my family from here. So busy weekend. I know that I said that I would do a hometown meetup, which I really want to do. But this weekend was just kind of way too crazy for me, so I promise you guys next time I come to New Mexico, I will be doing a little hometown meetup for everybody in this area. I think it's going to be really cool to kind of connect with people from here, because a lot of people that are from here, it's a really small place, small town. A lot of people that are born and raised here, they never really leave, and they never, I don't know, I just got a lot of good feedback from people from New Mexico saying like, it's awesome to see someone from Albuquerque doing what you're doing, and I feel like I can really inspire them and kind of teach them how they could do it too. So yes, I will be doing a hometown meetup in Albuquerque. That's awesome that was the first question that I read. So be on the lookout for that, probably on my Instagram again, which is at CuteKatieBug. So yes, just stay tuned. It should be within this year, but probably in the fall or winter. So okay, so next question is, how do you accept weight gain and learn to love your body in all forms? Thank you for this question. This is something that I really embrace and try to inspire other people, other girls out there to do the same. Honestly, to be 100% honest, I kind of prefer my body with a little bit more to it. Like, when I cut down really to be really shredded, I lose a lot of size, and I like size. I like feeling like I'm muscular and strong and fit. So my best advice for you is, so that you can start accepting it, don't expect to be shredded all the time, because it's not really realistic. I would set up a goal, like a plan for you within the year, like say, okay, from January to July I'm gonna cut down and be like really lean, and then from July to December I'm gonna do a slow reverse diet out of my my cutting and put on some size, and kind of just expect that. That way when you start bulking, you're not gonna be like freaked out. You're gonna be preparing for it for like 6 months. That's how I usually plan out my year, is like I separate it out into sections of goals that I want to do. Like I just finished my powerlifting meet. Now I'm doing a 6-week cut, which starts when I get back home because I have to enjoy this New Mexico food. And then after that 6 weeks, I'm going to start prepping again for another meet. And then after that, in January, I'll probably cut down for reals, like get shredded again. So I just kind of like to plan out my year like that into chunks. So that always keeps me kind of like sane in my mind, where I'm not so hard on myself, because I'm like, okay, this is the time for me to bulk and put on size. And also, don't be so hard on yourself, because remember that you are your hardest critic. You're your worst critic. And when you constantly tell yourself that something's wrong with you, or that you have flaws every day, you start to believe that, even though it's not true. So just try to be as positive as possible. Like I always say, like whatever you let into your mind, whatever thoughts you allow to go into your mind and to, you know, whatever you think about yourself, manifests in reality. It truly does. So if you only allow positive thoughts in your mind, only positive results will follow. If you allow all these negative thoughts and negative, you know, putting yourself down and saying that you're fat and everything, those results will follow. I just found a YouTuber named Justin Perry, who I'm like obsessed with right now. I bought all 3 of his books, which I'll show you guys in my next monthly favorites video, but he is awesome. I should put his link, his YouTube link below. I'm gonna do that. But Justin Perry, I was listening to him and he said something he made a really good analogy. It's the concept of reaping and sowing. So whatever you reap, you'll sow. So in other words, it's cause and effect. So he said, like, when you plant an apple seed, you can't expect to get oranges. You know, if you plant an apple seed, you're gonna grow apples. No matter how long it takes, it's gonna produce apples, not oranges. Just like if you put a negative thought into your mind, don't expect a positive result. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was a bad way of explaining it, but you get it. Positivity only, okay? If you could be any Disney princess, which would you be? Belle, duh! Oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed with Beauty and the Beast right now. I thought it was so, so good. Like, ugh. And Emma Watson was perfect, in my opinion. Belle. She was always like my princess. Or Cinderella. If you could be any animal, which would you be? I would be Sadie or Simba because they literally live like royalty at my house.
One doodle passed out, another doodle passed out.
And sometimes I'm like, I wish I had your life because you live a perfect life. I spoiled and rotten. How do you stay motivated to work out when the time of the month comes? I honestly don't feel like
that is, it's gonna stick right in.
It doesn't really affect me. Like when I'm on my period, I just kind of am the same. Like I still want to lift, I still want to do my stuff. But if it's hard for you, I would just maybe schedule yourself like a couple more rest days around that time, and just kind of do some R&R and just take that time off and like work on yourself. If you don't really want to go to the gym, don't. Because you don't want to go to the gym and you hate yourself and you don't feel good and you want to lay in bed. Like I would say we should use that time if you're feeling like tired and like lethargic and you just want to lay down and sleep. Instead of going to the gym, I would just like meditate or do something like for your mind. That's my advice. Someone asked, how big of a calorie surplus is needed for muscle growth and how long did it take to get you where you are physique-wise? That's a really good question. It's different for everybody. As long as you're in, I would recommend tracking your macros. And I'm writing a complete guide to macro tracking ebook right now. I'm about halfway done with it. It's like gonna be very extensive and detailed. So it's gonna teach you how to track macros for different goals and carb cycling and reverse dieting and why you should track macros, the difference between IIFYM and flexible dieting. So it's gonna be all in there for you. But I would recommend tracking your macros and then slowly adding calories till you, your maintenance calories. So when you track macros, you want to find the calories that you will be able to maintain at. Like your baseline calories that if you eat that every single day with the lifestyle that you're living, you don't gain or lose weight. That's your maintenance calories.
Fun of you? Why do we do this to ourselves? Every time we get depressed, we eat and eat and eat. Okay?
And so if you subtract calories from that, you're gonna start losing weight. So it's important to weigh yourself every day so you can kind of gauge. If you start adding calories, you're gonna start gaining weight over time. But I would recommend, if you're gaining like, I would say a good pace for you to gain weight is like 2-3 pounds a month, like very slow. Because any more than that, you're like kind of playing with too much fat to, you know, so if you wanna keep it lean, I would recommend 2 to 3 pounds a month is a really good pace to gain weight or to gain muscle. So, and also remember to not be afraid to eat and to lift heavy because that really will grow your muscles more than if you don't. Okay, and get lots of rest too. Are you still planning on competing in figure? I guess we will find out and see. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm going to start cutting down in January of 2018. So I'm going to start a cut then and kind of just see what I look like at the end. If I feel like doing a show, I might see if I fit into figure or bikini still. I don't know. Honestly, we will both find out come that time. Did you enjoy powerlifting or bikini competing more? That's a hard one because they're completely different. Like, one is just like getting on stage and showing your physique, and the other one is like the opposite, where you're actually lifting stuff on stage. So honestly, I probably liked powerlifting more because it was more fun for me. It was just like an incredible rush, and I just love feeling strong, and it was just really fun to test myself. It might also have been because I had just powerlifted and I haven't done a competition in a while, so I could have forgotten. I don't know. What's my all-time favorite food? I don't know, that's hard. I would have to say like type of food, either Italian or Thai food. I love breakfast. I love food, don't make me choose. Okay, this one is, how did you get your name out in the industry? That's a really good question. It says, I know we all want to have a lot of followers and to be recognized, but I want to make a career out of fitness someday and would love to have some tips on how to be recognized in the fitness world. That's a great question, and I was actually going to plan on doing a video on how you can get recognized on social media. But first, I want to preface this question with, the amount of followers you have literally means nothing, okay? It means nothing. The little number on your social media feed doesn't mean shit. Don't chase the fame, because if you go into it with, I want to get more followers, I want people to recognize me, I want to be Insta famous, you're gonna fail. You need to go into it with more genuine desires, like you want to help people, and you might have that, I'm not saying you don't, but I just want to preface it with this because I hate seeing people who just chase the Insta fame, because it's just so, it's just so fake to me. Like, people will follow you naturally if you honestly have something good to give. Like, if you go out there and on a mission to help people change their lives, to help them be happier, to help them lose weight, to help them change their diet, to just help them have a better quality of life, that's a good reason to want to have followers. Again, I'm not accusing you for not doing this, but I'm just like saying it because I see people, you know, who say, I want to be Insta famous, and I'm like, that's not a reason to, what? No.
The wedding gonna be here. My baby's not getting married.
That shouldn't be your goal. Your goal should be to help people and to change the world that we live in a positive way, and to spread positivity. That's just my personal thing. So how to get your name out there? Honestly, I would first decide, you have to have something to give to people, okay? People aren't just gonna follow you because, for no reason. You have to have something to give to them, something that they could learn from you, something that they like following you for. So first, decide what you want to be known for. Decide what your niche is gonna be. If it's gonna be workout videos, if it's gonna be beauty videos, if it's gonna be outfits, if it's gonna be food, it could literally be anything. And then have that reason drive your posts every day. So if you decide on you want to be known for giving good workout tips, have that be your reason for your posts every day. So honestly, just post a lot of workout tips and videos, and you know, be informational. If you want it to be more like inspirational, motivational speaker kind of thing, have that reason drive your posts every day, and be consistent. So honestly, you need to have consistency with your posts so your followers expect that from you every single day. And then lastly, I know everybody wants sponsors and stuff like that, so if that's really what you're after, don't be afraid to reach out to your sponsors, to the sponsors that you want to work with, because they are not don't just sit around waiting for them to stumble on your page and reach out to you. Go get what you want. If you want to be with a company, there's literally no harm in going after it. At least, even if they say no, at least you're on their radar from that point forward. And you can even say that. Just be like, oh, I know I don't have a lot of followers right now, but this is what I have to give. This is why it would be great for your team, and please keep me on your radar. I'm gonna check back in with you in a month or whatever. You know, that just be upfront and honest with them. And that's, I hope that answered your question. I'm also a more broad, muscular girl. I get a lot of comments about it. I'm getting better about not letting them get to me. But what do you do to stay positive, have good self-confidence, and not be insecure while at the gym or in life? Girl, break the standard. That's all I could say. Break the standard for what society tells you that you have to look like. You do not have to be a little skinny, you know, girl out there. You can literally own your curves, own your merves, and just rock them. And the more confident you are in yourself, the more other people will be like, wow, she looks amazing. And yeah, I get a lot of ugly, nasty comments about my body saying I shouldn't be this fat, or, you know, I should be skinnier, or whatever the heck. I don't let it get to me because I'm happy with myself, genuinely happy with how I look. But just don't let that negativity in your mind. It goes back to reaping and sowing. Don't let that negativity infect your brain, because if you focus on that, it's gonna manifest in your life. Like, just only allow the positive things in. And when somebody comments on how manly you look, or accusing you of taking steroids or whatever the hell, I just laugh at those because I think they're funny. And honestly, like, the steroid stuff, it's a compliment to me, because it's like they literally look at my body and say that I look so good that it's unbelievable to them that I did it on my own. And like, that's the best compliment. That's how I like to look at them. So, you know, just be confident in yourself, and don't let the negative comments even bother you. Just laugh them off, and they become really funny after a while. So, don't even feed into them. I don't even respond because it's not worth my energy. Positivity only, positive vibes only. Only pay attention to the positive stuff. Ignore the negative stuff, as hard as it is. When it comes in your mind, just nip it in the bud, switch your brain, think about something positive. The more you practice doing that, the less negativity gets into your mind, and I promise you, the happier you're gonna be. Like, it was really funny. I went shopping a couple weeks ago with Ryan's mom, and I'm in this store, and it's like a little surf shop kind of store, like kind of like a Billabong kind of thing, and they had the cutest jumpsuit. And it was like a nautical jumpsuit. It was like really thick, kind of like a tweed material. It was very sturdy, and it was so cute. It was like a tube top, and it had a bow at the middle that you tied, and then it would go into these bell-bottom pants, and it was like all nautical, black and blue stripes. I thought it looked adorable, so I was like, oh my god, I have to try this on. And I put it on, and my muscles just, like, it was just all bad. It looked like, I looked like a circus trainer, like a tiger trainer at the circus. It was so embarrassing. And I was like disappointed because I loved that, and it just looked so cute on the mannequin, but I couldn't help but laugh at myself because my body is just not meant for clothes like that, and it was just so funny. And had I let it get to me and put me down, like, I wouldn't, what's the point? Like, it's much easier just to laugh it off and to have a light heart about it and just be like, my booty is way too big and juicy for this shit. Your opinion on collegiate athletes and lifting. I play volleyball in college and don't want to lose my muscle mass with the increased cardio, but limited amount of time. What do you suggest? I love you so much. Oh, I love you too. So congrats on playing volleyball in college. That's awesome. I wish I could have done that. I used to play volleyball. So I would say if you're worried about losing your muscle mass with the increased cardio that comes with volleyball, increase your calories, because it's just calories in versus calories out. If you're going to be burning more calories while you play volleyball, increase your calories so you don't lose your muscle. So definitely I would still lift, because that's going to maintain your muscle. Keep lifting, increase your calories accordingly, and that should help. Do you remember a time when you felt your strength levels jump, or when you noticed a lot of improvement in your bench? I'm trying to improve my bench, and no matter what, it makes me feel like I limped overcooked noodles for arms. I'm going to be doing a how to bench video. Maybe I'll breeze over this topic in that video, but just to give you a little, because this is a kind of like long answer, but this deserves a long answer, which I should answer in a different video. But to just give you a little answer right now, my strength never just jumped. It was very gradual. I've been doing bench for at least 3 years, and just keep at it, because the more you keep at it, don't be afraid to eat. Again, that'll help your strength a lot. Also, taking creatine really helped. I like to take Pure Rebuild because it's like a creatine glutamine blend by One Up Nutrition. They're out of it right now. It's out of stock right now, but they're getting it back in a couple weeks or so, so I will let you guys know when it's back in stock. But the Pure Rebuild really helps, making sure you're on point with your nutrition. Like, honestly, strength is lifting heavy and eating, like, a lot. So don't be afraid to eat. Don't expect a crazy jump in your bench strength. Like, it doesn't happen just overnight, like you lift 1,000,000 pounds overnight. It's not like that. So it's very gradual. Just keep working at it, and honestly, you should do a strength building program, because the training for strength is much different than training for physique. So if you haven't done a strength training program, I would highly recommend that to help you. So I'm getting a lot of questions about my diet since I'm vegetarian, and I want to save, I'm sorry, but I want to save that for another video. I'm going to do a video all about being a vegetarian bodybuilder, powerlifter. So just please hold on for that one, because I want to really go into that. Do you often get times where you hit a plateau and start to give up on building muscle because you barely see any progress? And what advice would you give those who want to build strength and muscle at the same time? What's the perfect rep range and sets for that? It's different for everybody, again, but if you are trying to build strength and mass, I would recommend, that's called power building, by the way. But I would recommend you do, you always start your workouts with either bench, deadlift, or squat. Again, just have a heavy compound movement be your starting lift for your workouts. Like, just have it be like squat or deadlift or bench or overhead press, something heavy compound that you can do a lot of weight. Have that start out your workout. Do like four sets of that, 4 to 6 sets of like really low reps. So like 4 to 6 reps, maximum 6 reps, even like 1 to 6 reps, you know, just so you want to lift as heavy as possible to only get that amount of reps. If you are aiming for 4 reps and you can get 6, it's too light. If you're aiming for 4 reps and you can only get 2, it's too heavy. So I would do that, and then after you do your main lift, go into your accessory workouts, like more bodybuilding style, like 10 to 12 reps, and kind of design your workouts that way. I just got another question of, please tell us how you deal with negative people, haters, body shamers, and people who generally misunderstand women's bodybuilding and powerlifting. I'm a big fan of you. Please never change. Thank you so much. I've been getting a lot of heat on social media for my body, for my voice, accusing me of doing whatever the hell they accuse me of. I don't even care. Honestly, don't let it get to you. Like I said before, I should just name this video, don't let the negative people get to you. But honestly, it's like, you just have to laugh it off. Don't even respond to those people, because you're feeding into that you're giving them your energy. And if they're just bringing you down, if they're body shaming you, just don't even give them your energy. If it bothers you to even read them, just block them, delete it, whatever. It's literally doesn't matter, because you're never gonna meet those people anyways. Usually they hide behind a screen, they're coming at you, accusing you of things, and those are the people that are most unhappy with themselves, so they like to attack other people to make themselves feel better. They're just little twerps, and just ignore them. Just ignore them and focus on all the positive people that are surrounding you with good messages. Focus on yourself. They're always going to be there, so it's a practice to kind of learn how to get past letting them affect you. Just laugh it off as much as you can, and if it really bothers you, delete, block right away, so it's out of your sight, out of your mind. Change your mindset to something positive. Practice that over and over, changing your mindset to something positive so that you don't dwell on the negativity. It takes practice, but the more you do it, the easier it is and the happier you're going to be. Next question is from my friend Zach. Thank you for this question. It's, what's the ultimate dream? And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to answer because I have a master plan. And if I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, really, I truly believe that I will achieve my ultimate dream, but I don't want to share it with you guys all right now because I don't want people to copy my ideas, and I don't want to jinx it. I know that's kind of stupid, but I don't want to tell you everything that I have planned. I will tell you though that I am starting a podcast. Oops, did I just say that? What? And it's not the typical podcast that you'll see with a lot of other people. I really want to make this a podcast about...
My name is Jeff.
I actually wrote out a business plan for myself, and I'm very excited about it. I truly believe that I will be able to achieve all of the stuff that I have on my master plan. So I don't want to tell you about it because the main reason is I don't want people to copy my ideas. And I want it to be a surprise for you guys, and it will all come in due time, so just be patient. Sorry, Zach, I'm not going to answer that related to my business, but out of the fitness world, my ultimate dream would be just to live a very happy life, a life where I'm living in the present moment and enjoying every single moment that I have with my family and my dogs, and just being happy and truly living in the moment. That is my ultimate dream outside of the fitness world. I also would really love to have my own cooking channel someday, and I would also really love to flip houses because I think that would be very fun. So maybe I'll dabble in that later on in life. Okay. What do you think is the biggest mental change that you've had happen since living a healthy lifestyle? It's weird because when you start living a healthy lifestyle, you'll start probably by going to the gym, and then you'll start taking control of your nutrition, and then you'll start going to bed earlier and waking up earlier so you could get everything done in the day. You might bring on some friends that want to join you, might inspire other people in that way. But then you start realizing, like, it starts with the gym and then it really works from the outside inwards. And I'm sure that if you ask anybody else who works out every day, they say that it helps their mentality more than their physicality. Working out is a therapy. It's it releases endorphins. It's just so good for your mental state. You don't even know. And so honestly, I think the biggest mental change that's happened is that I'm a more positive person. I see the glass more half full. I try to spread my positivity to as many people as I can. I want to help as many people as I can, live a healthy lifestyle, and in turn cultivate positivity in their own minds, and having them have healthy, happy mindsets. It literally changes your whole world. And it starts with just going to the gym, as simple as that sounds, but it's just completely transformed my life, mostly my mental state. And I highly, like, it's honestly, I honestly think that exercise is the answer to all problems. Like, give me a problem and I will trace it back to how exercise could solve it. It's just amazing, you guys. Amazing what the effects it has on your life as a whole. What's the best advice you could give someone who wants to start a fitness YouTube channel? I'm gonna say this again. I want you to decide on what you are going to give to people and what people are going to follow you for, and have that decision drive your YouTube videos every day. Have a schedule. Do videos that are short and informational and what people want to know. Like, if you do like top 5 muscle building tips, that's easy. They're going to be like, oh good, this is not a long drawn out video. This is going to be top 5 tips I can apply to my life, short to the point kind of thing. That's what people really like. Or like, you know, the adult workout you've never heard of before. Stuff like that people are gonna be like, ooh, I wanna look at that, you know. And it's better to name your videos something like that and have cool, interesting videos than just to have like workout of the week, you know what I mean? So just keep it fun and light and interesting and short and to the point. A lot of questions I'm reading are about Live Fit and how to become a Live Fit athlete. I'm going to refer you to my other video. It's titled How to Get Sponsored. I talked about how I got sponsored with Live Fit. Ooh, look at this cute shirt, by the way. I love this shirt. It's my favorite. Okay, you guys can always save 10% by using my discount code KDLVFT on all the Live Fit stuff. How did you transition your mindset from bikini competitor to powerlifting? I was a figure competitor and now doing powerlifting, and the mindset regarding body image is a constant struggle. I would love advice. take your powerlifting meet and think of it as a bodybuilding bulking phase where you're putting on a bunch of muscle and you have to eat and be strong and lift heavy. That's how I did it. And if you're anything like me, you want to grow your muscles and get bigger, so don't forget to do your accessory movements, because if you neglect that, that's when you're probably going to start feeling like your body is suffering physique-wise. So after you do your main lifts, make sure to get some like pumpy exercises in so you still feel like a bodybuilder and you still get the pump and like all the pretty lines and everything like that. And then just remember that you can always cut down again after your meet. It's just temporary. Take it as time to work on your physique, not just to get strong, but to also work on your physique. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question this time, but I will be sure to do another Q&A another time on my channel. I will see you guys on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. like always here on my channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye!